Ken the Bug Guy. I'm here to show you how to assemble your newly purchased cage for Bug Shacks. First, let's start with all the pieces you received with your kit. You've got the bottom and the top. If you'll notice, the top actually has some ventilation holes and is missing a piece here. That's how you can identify it. Next, you have the two sides. You will notice there's a groove in each of the side pieces for the sliding door. In the middle, you will have this is the back here. This will go on the back piece of the cage. As you notice, there's no ventilation holes and it's totally clear. Next, you have the sliding door itself, which is totally rectangle, has no puzzle pieces like the rest of the cage. And lastly, you have the little front piece that will go at the bottom. You will notice that all these pieces have no paper on one side. We actually laid all the pieces down on the side that has the piece of paper. What we're going to do first is peel the paper about 1/2 inch down on the tops and bottoms of these three pieces. So that you can see just about 1/2 inch down. Do that to all three pieces. Now that you have all those peeled, we're going to go ahead and start putting it together. We're going to take the bottom, we're going to set it back here, and we're going to take the back and slide it into place. As you notice, the paper we peeled is now not inside that groove, meaning we won't glue it into the cage itself. There's no reason to shove these pieces together. They should fit together very nicely if you got them in the right place. Shoving them together could damage the cage and break a piece or two. So please just lightly put them together until they fit together perfectly. Lastly, we're going to take the top and slide it on. Now, as you can see, the cage is held together. I can even pick this cage up a little bit and it's not going to fall apart. Lastly, the bottom piece goes in. One thing that we actually do is you want to put the sliding door in before you glue it together. This will make sure that the sliding door fits nicely after everything is constructed. Next, we're going to start gluing the cage. First thing you want to do is actually get a paper towel and a piece of paper. You're going to work on the piece of paper. That way, if any glue spills over or leaks, you won't be hurting your furniture. The paper towel will be for any excess glue that ends up coming off of it, that you can quickly wipe it off and clean up any messes. We're going to start with the lid. We're only going to glue these areas that we're pointing out here. Do not glue the two front areas of the cage. What that might do is actually glue the sliding lid to the cage itself. After about 20 minutes, your cage should be dry. You're ready to turn it over and do the other side. First, you need to take off the sliding door. Then slowly pick it up from the bottom so it doesn't fall apart and turn it over. Now you're ready to do the other side. On this side, we will actually glue every piece that you can see there. Once again, go sparingly on the glue. It doesn't take very much glue, and if you do happen to run into some of the paper, it's not a big deal. Once again, we're going to give this another 20 minutes to dry. Now your cage is fully dry. It's time to peel off all the paper on the outside. Now we're going to actually glue the inside of the cage. We only need to glue the very bottom parts of the cage. You might have a little runoff, but it's not a big deal because dirt will be in that part of the cage. Run the glue in each corner, lining it so that it helps seal the bottom so no water runs out in the future. It's good to hold the pieces together a little bit while the glue dries for a few seconds.